Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Helzie here from slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Thank you for joining me today for a Case the Catalogue challenge. Today I'm going to grab the annual catalogue, open it up to a set that I have and case one of the demonstration cards that's with it. I will caveat that as demonstrators we do get sent a recipe card telling us how to make the cards that are in the catalogue, but I have not looked at them. So this is going to be completely just going from the picture and deciding what they've done and making the card to match. So let's get started. I will also add everything I use in the project today is available from my store www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Enjoy the project. For today's Case the Catalogue, I'm going to be using the Sunny Sunshine stamp set. And unusually, I'm going to create all three of the cards that they have in the catalogue. Normally I pick my favourite, but today I'm going to pick all three. I'm going to start with a simple one, and then I'm going to be creating the middle one, stepping it up slightly before I go on to the really eye-catching one at the end. So to get started, you're going to need your Sunny Splash cling stamp set, and your card base and your card front. I've used mint macaron and I've got the coordinating ink along with some Mango Melody, the coordinating paper and my punch. So to start off with, I'm going to be picking up the swimsuits. I've picked the dotted one and the striped one, and I'm going to be stamping these in mint macaron, and I'm going to be stamping these up and down the card to create a background. I'm starting with a spotty one, and then I'm going to go to the stripe to create a slight difference effect, and then I'm going to finish with the spotty one before coming back with the stripe one on the edge. So it just creates an unusual background that looks quite cool, I think. I love the retroness of these swimsuits. I think they're really quite eye-catching. I'm now on to my sentiments. I'm going to be using my Mango Melody, Hello Sunshine. I'm going to stamp that onto some basic white scrap cardstock and I punch that out so that I can pop my sentiment straight onto my card. I've got some dimensionals to pop it up, and then I'm just going to be adhering this one very simply to the front of the base, and then I'm going to stick that to the main cardstock on the back, and I'm sticking that flush with some seal. And there is the first card, really quick and really simple. To step it up, I'm going to be using the same supplies. I've got a slightly bigger basic white, and I've also got my Stampin' Right markers around. So for this one, I'm going to be creating the background in the exact same fashion, pretty much spot on with what we'd done before. I'm then going to be using the basic white, but for this one, I'm going to be using my Stampin' Right markers to colour in the stamp. This will allow me to use two colours and to get it shaded across. So you can see I'm using the pen tip and I am just colouring that in. Before I stamp it down, I'm going to breathe on it just to reactivate the ink, and then you'll see the cool effect this creates. Stampin' Right markers onto your stamps can create some really good effects, really simple to do. So you can see that sort of give me the pink going into the Mango Melody. I'm now going to cut some strips of the Mango Melody just to give that sort of texture that's behind the sentiment on the main catalogue image. Here's my snips. I'm just going to create some little tags at the end of the strips, and then I'm going to position these onto the cardstock. I'm using the first one as a template so that I have the same tag ends. You can see quite simply here how I'm going to do this using the dimensionals. I'm just going to pop those onto the main tag, a bit of seal in between, and then I'm going to stick my strips using the seal in the middle bit so they're flat on the sentiment. And then I'm going to take the back off the dimensionals and stick this onto the card. Again, really simple to do, but just an effective bit of stepping up that card so that you have something that's just a bit more effective. Sticking it onto the base again, and ta-da! There is the second one. I'm using some enamel effects just to create some sort of texture in the background. Really simple this, so much easier than using rhinestones. For the final one, stepping it up so it's a real avid but very striking card, I've brought in three colours: Pale Papaya, Mango Melody and Melon Mambo, I think it was. I've also got the Stampin' Right markers, so I can do the same sort of effects. And I've also brought in a separate sentiment now. So I'm going to be popping a little bit more onto this card just to create that extra wow value that you get at the end. Here I am with my sentiments. And again, I'm going to be Stampin' Writing on the second one the exact same way I did in the first one, but I've only picked up one word. Instead of using the whole sentiment, using the Stampin' Right markers, you can just go over the one word that you want to. This is Old Olive, and I've created 2 swimsuits there with that one. Here comes the Mango Melody, and I've created 2 swimsuits there with that one. And finally, the Spotty swimsuit, which I've been using all the way through, which I love. I'm now doing this on the Melon Mambo. That won't stick in my head, you know. I'm just going to fussy cut these out quickly so that we can add them onto the card. There's one. I've cut the other ones off camera quite quickly. I just found it a little bit easier to bring it up to my eyes and cut them out. So that's what I'm currently doing at the moment. Trying to cut underneath the camera, I can't totally get my head over where I'm cutting, and I'm always worried I'm going to make a bit of a mistake. Again, I'm just cutting some strips using the cardstock we used earlier, and I'm going to do the exact same thing of this where I create 2 tails. And I'm going to position these nicely on the cardstock as well. Now, I haven't stamped the base of the cardstock with this. They hadn't in the catalogue, and I had planned to do it, means we had previously done it, and I thought that would just step my card up so it's a bit different to the catalogue. But then I realised there's so much going on with this card that I just think it would have detracted from what's on the front. So I agreed with Stampin' Up. I didn't do it, and instead I've positioned my swimsuits onto the cardstock using seal like that, and then I'm just taking the backs of the dimensionals and sticking them down. I'm then going to adhere this to the base cardstock, and again I'm going to come in with my enamel effects, and I'm just going to pop some little dots onto the swimsuits to create some cool effects, and then add it onto the textured background. What do you think? 3 very simple cards using this stamp set. Really effective and stepped up each time. It's so easy, and I've had so much fun doing this one. What do you think? Leave me a comment below and let me know. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me, and have a lovely day.